Dear friends, I am Monia, Assistant Professor in Department of Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. Today let us see about the topic sensor and its types. Sensors are used for many different applications throughout different industries. They are used in everyday applications as well as more industrial applications also. So what is meant by sensor? It is an input device which provides an output signal with respect to a specific physical quantity, that is input. So it is a measuring device which senses a change in their surrounding environment and often manufactured into larger systems and devices which can monitor different variables depending on the type of sensor. Next, let us see about the various types of sensors. Sensors can be categorized in multiple ways. One common approach is to classify them as either active or passive sensor. An active sensor is the device that requires an external power source to be able to respond to environmental input and generate output. So for example, sensors used in weather satellites often require some source of energy to provide meteorological data about the Earth's atmosphere. So our next type is passive sensor, which doesn't require any external power source to detect environmental input. So it purely relies on the environment itself for its power using sources such as light or thermal energy. A very good example is the mercury based glass thermometer. So whenever the mercury expands and contracts in response to fluctuating temperatures, causing the level to be higher or lower in the glass tube. So the external markings provide a human readable gauge for viewing the temperature value. So our next type of sensor is the analog or digital based on the type of output the sensors produce. So analog sensors convert the environmental input into output analog sensor signals which are continuous and varying. So best example is the thermocouple which are used in gas hot water heaters. So whenever the water heater's pilot light continuously heats the thermocouple, if the pilot light goes out, the thermocouple cools. So it's sending the different analog signal that indicates the gas should be shut off. So our next kind is the digital sensor, which converts the environment input into discrete digital signals that are transmitted in a binary format like ones or zeros. So these kind of sensors have become very quite common across all industries, replacing analog sensors in many situations. For example, digital sensors are now used to measure humidity, temperature, atmospheric pressure, air quality and many other types of environmental phenomena. So these are all the images of various sensors like color sensor, smoke sensor, proximity sensor, ultrasonic sensor, humidity sensor, touch sensor, etc. So what are the advantages of using these sensors are? It can accelerate process and make them more accurate. And it can also collect process and asset data in real-time applications. So it monitors processes and assets accurately, reliably and continuously by increasing productivity and reduce total cost of ownership also. It can also reduce the energy wastages. So these are some of the advantages of sensors.